ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਡੇ ਆਫ ਟਰੂਥ ਅਤੇ ਮੇਲ ਮਿਲਾਪ ਦਾ ਦਿਨ ਮਨਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਦਿਨ ਨੂੰ ਅਰੇਂਜ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਡੇ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਸਥਾਪਨਾ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਰਿਹਾਇਸ਼ੀ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਰ ਗਏ ਸਨ। ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਬੋਧਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮੇਲ ਮਿਲਾਪ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਾਂ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ। ਅਤੀਤ ਦੀਆਂ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਦੁਹਰਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਣਾ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਹੈ।
I heard stories this morning of the horrors and pains of residential schools that happened many years ago, in some cases generations ago, but that are every bit as present today as they ever were. As we reflect on truth and reconciliation, it's not just a thing of the past. It has articulations today in challenges that families are facing, challenges that communities are facing, and challenges that we are all facing. We heard about the challenges of leadership, challenges of family, challenges of healing. It was an extraordinary privilege for me to be able to witness and hear and to reflect, of course, on my responsibility to make sure that all of us in this country are moving forward in the right direction together. Because this is a day for Indigenous peoples. It's a day to recognize that, yes, you are still here, you are still strong, and you are an indissociable part of the present and the future we build every day as a country. It is a day to remember, to grieve, to take another step along healing. But it is also a day for non-Indigenous peoples to recognize that you should not have to carry this burden alone. How many times do Indigenous peoples need to tell their stories of trauma, of loss, of pain, of grief, until we absorb those stories as non-Indigenous people and make them our own, because they too are the story of Canada, and therefore they too are the story of each of us. We talk about what happened in residential schools, where systematically, deliberately, Indigenous children were taught that they had no worth, no value to their language, to their culture, to their identity, to their traditional knowledges, to their aunties and elders' teachings. That was what residential schools did to generations of Indigenous people who carry that trauma still today. But let us not forget that every single school across this country through all those decades was also a residential school in the way that it taught non-Indigenous people that Indigenous people had no worth, had no culture, had no language. And we carry that untruth in our learnings directly from when we were kids in school. But we carry also that learning built into the very stones of our institutions, to the systems that surround us.